Hello and welcome back to Arcanum of Steamworks and Magic Obscura. Well, so, apparently this whole thing with the, Siamese twin skulls, it's pretty deep considering the, assassination attempt. So we are to go around and, let's see here. May believe they're in a warehouse in Toronto somewhere. Yep. So theoretically, I think you're supposed to go, like, all over the place and search everywhere, but luckily, that's why we have a guide. 17 Quillian. That's why we've got fate points. Oh. A were-rat and an ogre guard. Large fine jacket and shoes. Bunch of locked barrels. Whole bunch of locked barrels. Interesting. Well. Yeah, might as well carry it.
What is it you need?
Not you. Junk pile. The skulls, the Renard Siamese twins. What we were looking for. Ooh, hunting rifle. And some saltpeter. Nope, only coal in there, not charcoal. Yeah, moderately encumbered. I definitely should drop off some of this stuff. But first, let's go talk to Matt. What news? I brought you the skulls. Excellent. This is the break we've been looking for. You were going to tell me what was going on here now. I can tell you what I know. A man named Arthur Tyron can fill you in on the rest. Okay, please continue. Some years ago, bizarre breeding experience began in secret, which would eventually affect the balance of power here in Toronto. The Renard twins were the first such viable offspring produced by these experiments. Their skulls are simply the first piece in a long chain of evidence that we were gathering to expose them all. Who is doing this? What is the purpose of these experiments? I told you all I dare. Tyron can fill you on the rest. I need you to bring him the skulls, if you would. It would be far too dangerous for me to search him out. Okay, I'll do it. Good. He was in Blackroot last time I knew. Perhaps you can still find him there. Alright, I'm on my way. So I guess next we are heading to Blackroot. I'm going to pause it here, sell off some of this extraneous stuff, and yeah, probably meet you over in Blackroot. Okay, and we're back in Blackroot after I did a bunch of selling and dropping off any sort of extraneous stuff over at the Wolf Cave. Now, where we're gonna want to go is, if you remember, at one point we had one guy who's like, hey, I don't want to talk to you yet. Let's see. Go to morning. Let me just double check this is the right house. Nope, that was the right house. We just were there earlier. The crow is in danger. Tyron. Wow, that made no sense when I first picked it up, obviously. That definitely should have been something that only popped up once this quest started, but guess not. So yeah, one of the important quest items has just been sitting in Wolf's Cave all this time. And this is why I do my best not to just chuck random items into the trash can or drop them. Also why this game needs a, like, base of operations. But that's neither here nor there. Because, I mean, you know, you get to a new town, you're obviously going to explore everything that you can, right? That's just how things go. So let's go talk to Matt again. What news? Tyron is not in Blackroot. He isn't? Did you find anything of his? A note that said the crow is in danger? I was afraid of this. They're closer than what we thought. So close, in fact. Didn't even leave its new location encoded in that note. What should I do now? Please keep looking for him. It's imperative he receives those skulls. Okay. And you're still holding on to him. Right. So, just a quick aside. I guess Sir Matt Desser is named after someone who won a contest to get their name in this game. So, I guess it was a Matt Cesar, and yeah. It's actually hiding out in Caledon. Okay. Let's see if I don't have to pay anything by using my own boat. Because that would be useful. not that I have to worry about money ever again. First off, there's really not much more I can buy outside of, like, ammunition. Secondly, I've got 94,000 gold. But, you know. You don't become rich by, making silly, purchases. Head towards Caledon. 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 It's only a model. And I guess the ship's wheel is called Key. Okay. Let's see here. And 22 Dragons Turnabout. Kingsway, yeah, I think dragons down this way. White Church. Probably flip around here. Oh, yeah, that was like the beginning of the murders. Which feels like forever ago. Yep, Dragon's Turnabout. What are you doing here? What do you want? You're working for them, aren't you? Working for who? You know who. The day has finally come, is it? Arthur Tyron has become too dangerous to be allowed to stay alive. You're Arthur Tyron? The Cesar sent me. The skulls! Have you brought the skull? Yes, here they are. The giant lizard man has them. Yes, yes! It's all coming together now. What is? I've uncovered a plot of ramification which could bring down the government of Toronto, but I need your help to finish my work. Is that so? Haven't you ever wondered where all these half-ogres are coming from? 100 years ago, a half-ogre was a rare thing, usually with the result of raping and pillaging, but human women aren't equipped to birth a baby the size of a half-ogre. It is rather strange. I never thought of it before. They are breeding them. They've enslaved women who are forced to mate with ogres, I tell you. Who is? Who's doing this? The gnomes! The gnomes of the Industrial Council in Toronto. Haven't you ever noticed that every gnome seems to have at least one or two half-ogres always following around? They're breeding them for protection. And what does this have to do with the skulls? Siamese twins were a result of their first twisted breeding experiment. Tried to breed elves with orcs to produce a breed of extremely strong, resilient mages that could then be controlled. This was before it was obvious that technology would one day rule all of Arcanum, of course. So what happened? Twins were the only viable offspring to come from those experiments. They were scheduled to be put to death, but then they disappeared from the laboratory before their termination could take place. They appeared in high society some 20 years later. We believe they've been under the protection of a powerful ally of ours in the council powerful ally of ours in the council for them to have survived that long. Who is this ally on the council? No one knows. I've communicated with him through the past through codes in the newspaper and other surreptitious means. I could possibly help you? What would I need to do? These people are crazy. Through my research, I've discovered the most likely location of this breeding facility on a small island I've dubbed Half-Ogre Island, near Thanatos. You would need to find a way to the laboratories and bring me some evidence I could use to expose them into the world. Why not have Desaris do it? Sir M. Desar is dead. Well then, I suppose I have no choice then, do I? Excellent! Here, let me mark on your map with the location of the island. Don't speak with anyone about this. It could be unhealthy for you and me. Agreed. I'll return with your proof. Eey. And yep, you still have the skull of the twins. I'm guessing because they weren't fused together, those Siamese twins were probably connected by the hip. Well, let's go to the incredibly creatively named Half Ogre Island. I wonder if I can sail my ship to it. Hey, Blackroot. Nope. Okay. I guess I have to pay to get there. I'm looking to book a passage to Half Ogre Island. Passage will cost you 100 coin ahead. Passage for 8. You can figure out, then you know it'll be 800 coins. I'm ready to go to Half Ogre Island. I can't wait here. Can I wait here? Yes, let's sleep until morning. Because I'm kind of getting a little done with the dark. Okay. Oh. Alright. Guess there's no points in the island. We just have to look around. Not the nicest place I've seen. Oh, this is... Oh. Oh my. Ow. Half Ogre Laboratory Journal. Experiment 1004A, Section 5. Male human, female half-ogre coupling produce offspring being an extremely rare occurrence and cannot be depended for significant numbers. Female human, male ogre experience fare much better, but with 100% loss of host. Ugh. Rate of experimentation has increased. The new influx of female subjects from the lower part of society. These new hopes cannot even be relied on to go to term, being in such poor health. Suffering from common ailments, those living in this manner are subject to. Healthier source of subject would help immensely, as I have some new surgical ideas I would like to implement. But the subjects I have to work with would not hold up under the knife. Experiment 1 or 1015. The new surgical techniques we are applying have reduced the number of fatalities by removing the unborn before term. The hosts seem to be viable for at least 3 harvests before their bodies fail. Oh God. Some of my less dedicated colleagues to be dismissed as they were expressing doubts about our new female host. I have no such compunctions. Once they're here, they're a number to me and nothing more. Scientific advancement would never occur if the weak-willed were to have their say. Oh God. I guess it's a good thing no one's here. Otherwise, I wouldn't be leaving anyone here alive. When we come back, guess we're gonna have to, yeah, open this conspiracy wide open.